Base, Sacramento, where the president just met or is meeting today with Governor Gavin Newsom to discuss the wildfires raging through Northern California. I reported earlier on Twitter that there's both a large crowd of Trump supporters here and also protesters who come to McClellan to demonstrate against the president. You can see some lingering crowds here. Lots of verbal disagreements, screaming back and forth with each other. This is largely a Trump crowd here. You can see a couple of Biden and Harris signs as well. Not a lot of social distancing going on here, not a lot of masks, despite Sacramento County remaining in the purple zone, which means that the virus is still, quote, widespread in the county due to infection and test positivity rates. President Trump took questions from reporters earlier. My colleagues reported that when asked about why it took a few weeks for crowd is chanting 4 more years now, 4 more years. But when asked why it took a few weeks for the president to comment on the wildfires, he called it a nasty question. He said he's working with Governor Newsom to work on forest management. Let's see if we can talk to any supporters. Hi, sir. I'm Hannah Wiley with the Sacramento Bee. I'm live now. I'm wondering if you'd like to answer a couple questions about why you're here. Why you're here to support the president today? Can you say your name and what brought you out here today?
I'm here from 8:30. I came in the morning and was here, then walked to other side, saw cortege with president, many cars, and then come back again. And staying here.
And why did you come out to support the president today?
Because he's good president. I'm praying for every president, but I like Trump because he's religion people and make great America. Before I prayed for Obama too, for Clinton too. I cannot cut something wrong from there because every president from God. But I like Republican, I like Trump. But I pray for everyone because Bible says we want to pray for every government, every president. And we want to bless them and listen and obey for good law. And be quietly. We cannot destroy.
Anything else to add?
No, thank you.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it. Again, Hannah Wiley here with the Sacramento Bee, McClellan Air Force Base. Lots of people here to support the president. Some Trump protesters as well. So as cars are leaving, lots of honking going on. Good. I'm Hannah Wiley with the Sacramento Bee. I'm Hannah Wiley with the Sacramento Bee. I'm live on Facebook right now. I'm wondering if you can answer a couple questions about what brought you out here. What's your name to start?
Matt.
Matt, and what brought you out here today?
So I'm a pro-Trump supporter. The other side wants to eliminate my profession, which is truck driving, getting rid of fossil fuels and this whole green energy, whatever you want to call it. I'll let you choose the language for that. But it's not what America is, and we're not going to let this happen. And Trump is the only thing that's voicing for everybody here that's silent. So that's why I'm here.
And why do you think green energy is not American?
Well, they don't have a plan intact. I'm not saying it's not a good thing, but you can't say you're trying to get rid of every car and gas on the face of the earth or whatever they want to do. It's nonsense. You might want to get that on camera.
Yeah. All right. Let's find out what's going on over here. So I've seen a lot of this today, just verbal confrontation between Trump supporters and those who are against the president. Find out what's going on over here. Looks like everything's fine. Police are going over to check out. Again, Hannah Wiley here, Sacramento Bee. Largely pro-Trump crowd here gathered at McClellan, where the president is meeting with Governor Newsom and fire officials today to discuss the state's response to the raging fires that are blazing through Northern California, deadly fires. So a lot of people that I've interviewed today, because there are a few masks, but not too many, again, despite the fact that Sacramento still has, quote, widespread COVID-19. I've asked people if they're worried about contracting the virus, and largely they said no. The media and Democrats have blown it out of proportion. And then when I asked about how climate change plays a factor into the fires, it's, again, largely an overblown concept, they said. Hi there. I'm Hannah Wiley with the Sacramento Bee. I'm live on Facebook right now. Do you mind if I ask you a couple of questions? What brings you out here today? No? Okay.
Nobody in the pedophile. Hit the pedophile. United States.
I'm Hannah Wiley with the Sacramento Bee.
Excuse me?
I'm Hannah Wiley with the Sacramento Bee.
Who you are? I don't know.
I'm with the press. I'm a journalist.
Okay, yeah.
Do you mind if I ask you a couple questions? Sure. What brings you out here today?
Excuse me, I don't know you.
Because I have a mask on. What's your name?
My name is David.
And what brings you out here today?
Excuse me?
What brings you out here today? Why are you here?
Yeah, I'm supporting President Trump. Yeah,
Thanks.
I'm supporting President Trump
because I know President Trump is doing right things. He's fighting with Chinese communist regime. He wanna keep security in the United States. I came from communist world in Kazakhstan, and Kazakhstan is border China and Russia. I know 100% how the Chinese, how communist regime is dangerous. That's why I'm worried for United States future. That's why Trump is fighting with Chinese communist regime. I'm supporting Trump. That's why. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. And yep, go ahead. Keep going.
Yeah. And actually, Chinese communist regime is working in the United States. They all, actually, if China, if Joe Biden is win, that means Chinese communist regime is win. So if Joe Biden is win, we lose our country, we lose our freedom, and actually Chinese communist regime is showing always their fake face. In China is happening. They broke the human rights. I know in China is 1 million Kazakh people is jailed without reason in the concentration camps.
So you feel
that's why I love United States. I love all American people. That's why how I will worry about me, I worry about all Americans and the American country. Yes. So that's why I'm supporting Trump. I'm worried about the United States future. I trust Trump. That's right.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate
Thank you so
it.
much.
All right. Let's go chat with. Hi. I'm Hannah Wiley with the Sacramento Bee. Do you mind if I ask you a couple questions?
I prefer not to. Sorry, but thank you. I appreciate it.
Sure. All right. That's okay. One of the only Biden-Harris protesters here in the crowd. There's a large gathering of them and Black Lives Matter activists. Earlier, that I followed along for a good long while. I'm trying to find a good spot to socially distance while interviewing these people. It's a little hard. So as you can see, not a lot of masks, not a lot of distancing going on. It's Hannah Wiley here with the Sacramento Bee. Here to talk to President's supporters, those who showed up at McClellan to advocate for the president, who met here today with Governor Gavin Newsom to discuss wildfires in Northern California, burned through more than 3 million acres, deadly fires. I encourage you to go to sacbee.com to read more about my colleagues, coverage, comprehensive coverage of the fires going on there. There's a story up already on President Trump's comments today that he made, meeting with officials. Hey, how's it going? I'm Hannah Wiley with the Sacramento Bee. I'm wondering if I can ask you guys a couple questions about what brought you out here today. Oh, do you mind saying your name and what you're doing out here?
My name is Malik Bell. I just came out here to see what was going on because I think Trump's a racist. But I mean, I'm getting some of the racist bits from people, and then me and him, he's a Trump supporter, but we having a dialogue like we knew each other.
Great.
It's all love. So.
Okay, what's your name?
My name is Brandon, and I just came out here. I'm pretty sure this is his first visit out here, so I just want to come out here and show my support. And because I knew there's going to be people on the other side, I just want to have discussion. I'm all about discussion, and right now we're having a great discussion. So
yeah, tell me a little bit about this discussion. What are you guys talking about?
All over the place, man. I'm trying to convince him that he's really conservative and he's not a liberal, but
I don't really have no political party. I just yeah, I know, but I do feel where he's coming from. He has opened my eyes up to certain aspects of things I never would have thought about without having this conversation. There's been a couple people to do that too. Like everybody out here is not a racist, but don't get it twisted. They are out here. There are N-bombs being dropped and all that. They're out here.
All right, so you said that you think the president is racist.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, really?
I got it.
I understand building. No, I don't mean that at you. I know you're doing your job, but I understand building the walls for the economy. We don't want them taking our jobs and shit. But come on, it's a lot of things.
So let's go to the wall then. Do you know who is affected first by illegal immigration when it comes to working?
You gonna tell me black folks?
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna tell you the truth because look, where do the illegal immigrants come when they set up shop? When they immigrate here? Because that's the cheapest. So whose jobs do they come take?
But if you
it's not the wall
I
isn't
can't
racist.
necessarily agree with that because this is perfect to take this is the dialogue we're having. Because at the end of the day, if a lot of them don't have a green card or aren't illegal yet, they can't really take those jobs. They gotta go do the under the table stuff.
Exactly, but that's still jobs that are getting taken.
Yes, that is fair enough.
Because if a construction company is able to go to Home Depot and pick up some illegals for under the table,
exactly,
where they normally would have had to pay for.
And what's crazy about that is I've seen that happen.
It happens all the time. I go to Home Depot all the time, and they're all out there working.
So I want to ask you real quick a couple of questions about this summer. We've seen dozens of protests throughout the country in support of Black lives and against police brutality. I see that you're wearing a Black Lives Matter shirt. I want to hear what this summer has meant to you, and I want to hear your response to this summer's activism.
About Black Lives Matter?
Absolutely, yeah.
For me, it's not about the entity, the actual group. It's just about the statement. I want to be treated fairly. I want to be treated equally. I want to be treated like I deserve to live, and it's that simple.
And I was just telling him, we were just talking about this, that I don't think you'll find anybody on the right side of the aisle that would disagree with the statement Black Lives Matter. We have a problem with the movement Black Lives Matter, with the looting, the rioting, and all the burning and everything like that. That's the only thing we have a problem with. You won't find anybody that doesn't think Black Lives Matter. We think all lives matter. Black lives are included in that. It's the organization that we have a problem with. George Soros, he's a white man funding George Soros, Clinton Foundation. They're the ones funding Black Lives Matter.
My bad. But like I was telling him, I'm being 100% real with y'all. Please don't sound like this. I don't fuck with the organization, but I fuck with this sentence. But that what he's talking about, I'm well aware of that. They don't. Those higher ups, they don't really care.
We don't.
So, and I noticed. Can I see your tattoo? You have a bear on your tattoo. Is that California?
California bear. That's an ice tree.
So it's
I'm
clear.
very proud.
I was gonna say it's very clear you love California. You're from Sacramento, I'm assuming.
What
about you? Yeah. So we're currently suffering from unhealthy air quality here in California, certainly in Sacramento. All right, tell me what's going on. Do you have any worries about climate change, these fires?
I'm worried about our cities burning down. I don't want our cities to keep burning down. If the environment 20 years from now means nothing if our cities are burned to the ground. I'm sorry, I just can't worry about the environment when people are dying.
But people are dying in the fires.
Because of the fires, that goes back to management on the state level. Gavin Newsom, not just Gavin Newsom, but Arnold Schwarzenegger, it's not just Democrats, Arnold Schwarzenegger, all of them have neglected cleaning up our forests for years, and they don't want to allow logging because to save the environment. They don't want to cut down trees to save the environment, but what that does is gets rid of fuel for these fires. They need to at least be putting some fire breaks, some controlled burns. We haven't done that in how long? Because Gavin Newsom
I agree with everything he's saying. Yeah. All I was going to say about this, like, I agree with everything he's saying. Literally all the way down to I can't worry about that when people are out here in the streets literally dying. It's tragic, but the count is only like 16 lost in that, which we done lost about 16 lives to police brutality recently. Like, so I can't worry about that when I got my brothers and sisters blood being shit in the street. What I will say is people can stay in the house. If you're not out here doing this, if you don't need to be out, please keep your kids in the house. I see people letting their kids play outside and this shit. That's really all I gotta say. Stay in the house as much as you can. I know I'm not right now, but once I'm done with this, I'm in the house.
Going back to, all right, one final question. You're not wearing a mask. You kind of are.
When I'm talking to people, I take it down.
Why?
It's hard to hear.
It's muffled, and I'm just trusting that me and him is both healthy. Fuck it.
All right.
If I get sick, I get sick.
Okay.
I ain't gonna die.
So, one of the main questions lately is how has the president managed the coronavirus pandemic that has disproportionately harmed communities of color?
I'm gonna be real with you. Let me take this apart. If this is bad as it's supposed to be, this has nothing to do with how I feel about Trump. I would say this about Obama or any other president. He's doing a piece of shit job with it. Period.
Why?
Look around. Look at all these people. They literally made fun of me for wearing a mask. These are all Trump supporters. And they don't wear masks because they support Trump. Literally, I'm having people are coming at me about that. He's not wearing it for that reason, but people are coming at me about that for that reason. Oh, we support Trump. We're not. Oh shit, the president's coming.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate it.
No, I didn't get to finish my point. But
Yeah.
I just go look at the.
I think you made it. Thank you. What's your name again?
Malik Bell.
All right. Thanks so much.
Donald Trump, but I've never seen a president in person.
All right. There you can see in the background, well, for maybe 5 seconds, less than that, poor air quality, and also just in the background, but it seems like they were cheering. It's okay. You good? Are you guys good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, cool. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. All right. So it seems like, I don't know if they were cheering because that was Air Force One taking off. I honestly couldn't see that far in the distance, but a plane did take off. So I'm glad that we could hear that dialogue between the two friends. They said they'd known each other for a long time. One is a Trump supporter, one is not. And it's rare these days that you can find dialogue between the two camps. All right, so there are some Biden-Harris supporters over here. Let's see if we can find one to talk to us. Let's see over here. Hey, I'm Hannah Wiley with the Sacramento Bee. And Sacramento Bee? Yeah, I'm live on Facebook. Do you mind if I ask you a couple of questions? All right, can I have your name and what brings you out here today?
My name's Eric Hero, and I'm out here because I think Trump's terrible for the environment. The fires are a great example of it, and because I think he stands for democracy.
And
with all the voter suppression, etc.
Where are you from?
Well, I live in San Francisco now. I've spent most of my life in Seattle.
Okay, so Washington is enduring mass fires as well. Certainly the San Francisco Bay Area has seen horrible air quality in the past couple of days. We're wearing masks right now, not only due to COVID, but because the air quality is poor. So tell me, what is it about President Trump's stance that concerns you about climate change and the fires, etc.?
Well, kind of number one is the support for more fossil fuels when it should be being shut down. Support for fracking and things like that. I get that it makes a lot of money in the short term, but in the long term, like my children's children, it's a complete disaster. It's the only thing that sort of made his economy look any good is going for short-term gains that are long-term just going to destroy things. So that number one, you know, is he responsible for these fires? Obviously, there's a 100-year history that goes back that has something to do with that, but they're way worse because of climate change, and we're going the wrong direction on climate change. That kind of is a bad thing, but even worse than that, the government support for fossil fuels is horrific. They should be supporting clean energy in some way. Let the fuel industry sort of die on their own, I suppose, but take away the federal subsidy and certainly maybe make them start paying for the pollution that they produce.
And I see you have a Biden-Harris poster behind you. What makes you think that the Biden-Harris ticket will support the causes that you're out here advocating for?
I think they've got a long history of being far more pro-environment than Trump. I mean, Republicans had a great record on the environment in the 70s. You know, they were fabulous. But they're way more interested in short-term money. Like, it's going to be really hard to get Biden and Harris to go that direction, but it's way more likely that they will than Trump will.
All right, anything else to add?
I'd really love to see I'd really love to see whoever wins be required to have a majority. Our current president didn't have a majority in the electoral college. It's terrible. And there's the voter suppression that the Republicans are doing is
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, Hannah Wiley. Okay. All right. Hannah Wiley with the Sacramento Bee. It's probably the third or fourth scuffle that I've seen today between supporters of the president and those who do not support the president. Mostly just verbal confrontation before others get involved, and the police are surrounding this area and making sure that people get separated pretty quickly. So again, I'm here to cover demonstrations both for and against the president today. It's a largely pro-Trump crowd here, but you can see a smattering of Biden and Harris supporters intermixed into the crowd. The president was here meeting with Governor Newsom and fire officials to discuss the state's response to the massive fires in Northern California. Deadly fires that have blazed through 3 million plus acres. That's it for me for now, guys. Thank you for joining. Hannah Wiley with the Sacramento Bee. I might be back for more. Need to check my phone battery. Thanks.